Wonder Woman issue 61, G. Willow Wilson writing, Zermanico on art, if I'm saying that correctly. And so yeah, Steve's with Aphrodite and is like, hey, help me find Diana. And she's like, I've grown bored of love. And he's like, no, love's great. I mean, love hurts sometimes, but it's worth it.
He says while bleeding.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys ever watched Chappelle's show, but there's this really funny skit with Prince, right? And it's Dave Chappelle's Prince, and one of the key lines that came out of this is "This bores me." That's how I read it out of Aphrodite, like she's Dave Chappelle's Prince. So, and then the way that Pete just read it was similar to that. Yeah,
this is such a specific reference, huh?
it is.
Yeah. Can I get an art thing out of the way first? And it's less a criticism and more of a question.
Okay.
Yep.
Which of the artists was wrong?
Yeah.
And Matt already knows where I'm going with this.
Go on.
Because Aphrodite looks nothing like Diana in this issue.
Nope. She doesn't have the same hair color.
Yeah.
How's the editorial messing this up so bad?
Now, I want to give Terry Nord the benefit of the doubt. He's the regular artist, right? He's the one that's been doing it. He should be the one that's, leading the direction. He probably knows better than anyone else.
I mean, it depends, because with double shipping books, you technically have two main artists, because you have to.
I think, but Terry Nord was initially solicited for this art issue as well. This was a last minute change.
But even if it's not just the art too, it's something as simple as hair color.
Yeah.
How do you mess that up in coloring? Like, who's falling asleep at the wheel?
All issue, I was like, okay, so what does Ares look like in this book? And then the bastard only shows up with his helmet on.
I assume she had dark hair on the last. I can't remember.
She did. Yeah. She looked like Diane.
It never occurred to me. I couldn't remember it.
Conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't remember what she looked like in the last issue. So it never even occurred to me that there was a change. No, actually, this is the best issue yet. I really like this issue. I think the run's hitting its stride. I think everything, Wonder Woman saving kids in the war-torn country, the conversation with the Prime Minister, Steve reuniting with her, all that stuff I thought was good. Her being like, Aphrodite's here? Wait, what? Because at first she's almost jealous. Like, who's this in just a shirt? Like, what was this, Steve? He's like, oh, that's just Aphrodite. And she's like, Aphrodite? He's like, I must kneel. I must kneel before Aphrodite.
Well, and then some pages it's almost that she has red hair.
Yeah.
Now that I'm going through it.
Yeah, the one where Diana's kneeling for her. It's red. Yeah, that's a colorist font though. I mean, I don't know who the colorist was.
Yeah, because she doesn't look like anything like Diana.
I don't know if they did their own colors. No, do you know what's not interesting? That colorist name looks familiar enough that I think it's the guy that's been doing all the issues.
Very possibly. To me, the whole red and brown thing, though, it kind of feels like, I don't know if this is intentional, but yeah, if it was like sometimes when you shine a light on someone with red hair or with brown hair, it looks more red. I wonder if that's kind of what the intent is. It just looks like it's.
But even then, we only saw her really in one panel last time.
Yeah.
So, someone messed up.
I wonder if it was just like after that last panel, it was like, oh, that felt a bit too much like Diana. So it was a conscious choice to editorially say, hey, make her look a bit more distinct.
As much as I am enjoying this run for the story, I feel like some of the art, has been a little bit.
I thought the art list was good.
No, it is. I'm talking overall. Like, that's as much as I'm loving G. Willow Wilson's story, what she's doing. Like, it's very much Wonder Woman that I enjoy. The art inconsistencies.
Yeah, I went back and checked on the last issue. Same colorist.
Okay.
So maybe they're the ones that we should be blaming for that. But the hair color is notably much darker in the last issue. It's almost black in the last issue with little bits of lighter brown peeking through.
Well, I mean, it was probably a conscious choice then after that issue to change it. It's the sort of thing. It wouldn't even surprise me if the trades recolored that last page just to make it match.
Awesome.
I do love her swan sweater. That's fantastic because the swan is a thing that was a representation of Aphrodite during Rucka's run.
Yeah.
Remember when all the animals came to visit her?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, so I like that.
No, I mean, I really liked the art. I thought it looked good. I
prefer it to Nord. That's just me.
We didn't like Nord.
For me, I think it was a lot too heavy on the inks and the shadows compared to Nord stuff. That it felt like it felt very different from the first 3 issues of this run. That was a little jarring for me.
It feels different, but I like it a lot. I love the page where Wonder Woman lassos a rocket that just is going past. And
not as cool as Lasso and the Sword, though.
No, but I also like where it's
taste,
that single page, that single page spread. It's very Captain America with her shield.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then she has Aphrodite.
I like how you mentioned Steve's there with a makeshift shield as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, I like that. I don't know. I feel like the action looks good. I think the emotional beats look good, and obviously it ultimately ends with finding Ares, because they're trying to escort the Prime Minister, because the rivals want peace talks, and they're like, why are they still firing at us if they want peace talks? And it's like, no, Ares is stoking the war. He's the one behind this, and apparently it is showing up in fighter jets as well, fashionably as always.
But yeah.
I think this a lot. I think this run's getting better as it goes.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Connor, you sound so deflated.
I don't know. I think this is my least favorite issue of the run. But I don't want to just sit here and argue.
I do love that Ares materializes his axe.
Of course, you love that.
Diana. Well, no, but she flung it away, and he's like, "Oh no, not this time."
Yeah.
You know?
Oh dear.
So,
no.
I know I'm really enjoying what Wilson's doing here. So, and it's back on track with what I enjoy about Wonder Woman, which is that balance of like superhero plus, I don't want to say political, but there is an undercurrent there of like, to me that's where she needs to be. Also, there's a little bit of politics underneath.
I like Nord, but I think I might actually agree with Matt and say Zermika's actually a little bit better.
No, not even close.
Nah, I like this art. I think a bit more than the last couple.
Me too.
And I like the last couple.
It's reminiscent of Evely, and we all know how I feel about Evely. So,
it's just too scratchy for me.
It harkens back to the legendary issue 8 of Wonder Woman of ye old times.
Yes.
Of 2016.
But again, like I put my favorite, Wonder Woman run is by Rucka. So that's the one I compare all other to, and this feels closer to that. And that's the version that I enjoy. It's kind of like when Superman has a new writer, and it's it's akin to what you feel. So or even Batman for that matter. So everyone has a favorite, favorite run that they refer back to. So
I'm curious to see where this goes now. And I feel this issue, to me, like, I think the conflict felt at its most heightened. Like, when Ares steps out at the end and it felt like shit was about to go down. Because we've had some great action. That fight with Ares, like, 2 issues ago, or last issue, whatever issue that was, with all the fighting in the sky, that was fantastic. But I feel like there it was like, we're fighting because we have to fight because I'm Wonder Woman, you're Ares, right? Whereas this, it feels like, no, now there's more stakes behind the fight, because now we've planted our flags. Yeah. And I like that. I like the escalation and the arc.
I want to know how Aphrodite's going to fight, because they always say that there's nothing worse than a loved one scorned.
When she's when they're walking through that page where they're walking through with the Prime Minister, you can see her on the back, and she's got it's almost Gambit-esque. She's got like some like energy, like pink energy.
I think she's just kind of waving things away.
Yeah.
She does.
So it's like, you can be the god of war, but when you pissed off the god of love, it's going to be that much worse.
Yeah. No, digging Wilson's Wonder Woman. Let's rate the book. So, Matt, what are you giving it?
8.5.
And what comically low rating is Connor giving it?
It's a 7.
I'm giving it a 9. I love this issue.
No, fair.
I loved it. That.